This is Mike Munzing once again with Munzing Mortgage Group. Often the clients, our clients, for you and I, the realtors, they ask us, what's the best way to hold title? What are the options we have that they have when it comes to holding title in buying a home? As you know, we can't really comment too much on that, but I've invited Todd Litman, a estate planning attorney, to help us out with that. He can comment on that. So Todd, as it comes to holding title, give me your overview. You've been doing this 20-some years, 22 years, I believe, and let me know and let our clients know what's the different options they have and what you advise.
Okay. Very often clients will call me and ask what is the best way to hold title to real estate. And I usually tell people the first thing is tenants in common. And that is one way that a lot of clients will hold title to real estate if they're in a partnership with another partner. So in other words, if you have an outsider and you want to own 20% of a piece of real estate or 30% of a piece of real estate, the only way you can hold title at that point is tenants in common.
Right. That's if two people who maybe are not married are buying a home together?
That's correct.
Okay.
The downside of holding property and tenants in common, you have to understand, is that property then will not go to the surviving tenant. It will go according to whatever your will or California law says will happen with that property when you die.
Great. That works, and especially in this market, it works real well for investment properties per se.
Exactly.
Right.
The other way of holding title that most people hold title in is joint tenancy.
Okay.
And usually when the client comes to see me and we're looking at the deeds, escrow has always put that property into joint tenancy. And the reason they do that is that when one of the joint tenants dies, it will automatically go to the surviving joint tenant and will not have to go through probate.
Yeah, as most of you know out there, that's traditionally been the way that a lot of the couples have been holding title over the last quite a few years.
The downside of that is I always tell my clients, don't ever have both joint tenants die at the same time, because if they do, then that property ends up going through probate.
Gotcha.
And unfortunately, I have a couple clients that has happened with the last year or so. The other way that we hold title, if you're a married couple, is husband and wife community property.
Sure.
And you will see a lot of husband and wives holding title that way. And just last year, there's actually even a better way of holding title, and that is husband and wife community property with rights of survivorship.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of that lately. Go into that a little more deeply.
The reason that people hold title as husband and wife community property with rights of survivorship is primarily for tax purposes. And what we're talking about here is when a person purchases a piece of property, let's say for $100,000, and it's now worth $1 million, and that's what we hope. There's a lot of appreciation in that property, $900,000 worth.
Exactly.
If they sell it, they have to pay capital gains tax on that. If you hold it as husband and wife community property with rights of survivorship, when one spouse dies, all that appreciation is completely wiped out.
Really?
Which means when they sell it the next day, the survivor, they will not have to pay any capital gains tax whatsoever.
That is a nice benefit.
And if you hold it in joint tenancy, unfortunately, only half that appreciation is wiped out.
Okay.
And that's the downside and upside of holding property as community property.
Now, with the right of survivorship, much like the joint tenancy, once one partner passes away,
it automatically reverts to the surviving community property spouse.
Which is the right of survivorship.
Exactly.
Very good.
So again, that avoids probate. You also get the step up in the basis to the fair market value, date of death. So we always tell married couples, if you're taking title, that is the way to take title.
Very good. That's a question that we always are asked, but once again, per the Department of Real Estate, we're not allowed to answer that. So Todd's given us some great clarity on that. What other options might a couple have?
The other option is if they do have a revocable living trust, then usually we will tell clients to take title in the name of their trust. As you'll oftentimes find, though, if they're purchasing a piece of property, the lenders say, nope, they won't let you take title in the name of the trust because they don't want to have to go out and review that trust.
Right.
So we usually tell our clients, take title as husband-wife community property with rights of survivorship.
And roll it
As soon as they close escrow, we'll put it into the trust for them.
Very good. Very good. Well, hopefully that helps you out. And if you have questions on that, on this video and after, I'll have Todd's information. He's right close by here in Central Orange County in the Tustin area. But he would, I'm sure, love to help you out with that if you need a trust or just have some questions.
absolutely feel free to give me a call.
Great, great. Thank you. All right.
Thank
We'll
you.
talk to you soon. Have a great week. Go out there and sell some homes. And if you have any questions, give me a call, of course, or Todd as well. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.